Does anybody remember Ben Drowned? Now, you may be looking at this freak and thinking, who's Ben? That's Link. And you'd be sort of right. If you played Majora's Mask, you probably recognize it as the creepy Link statue from the Stone Temple. However, if you're chronically online like I am, you recognize him as Ben Drowned. You see, his story is one of the most famous examples of a video game creepypasta. A lot of common tropes you see in creepypastas today were inspired by this story. Now, I'm not going to bore you with a complete explanation of the story. There are a ton of other videos you can look at that'll do that. However, I will give a general overview of the story for those who don't know. Like most great stories, our tale begins on the unproblematic website known as 4chan. A user by the name of Jadusable, who we'll just call him by his real name, which is Alex, made a series of posts chronicling events that happened to him after he bought a labelless gray cartridge with Majora written on it from a creepy old man at a garage sale. If you think this situation is, suspicious, you'd be right, because this cartridge was haunted with the soul of a boy named Ben Drowned. As Alex would play Majora's Mask, our boy Benjamin would rage bait the fuck out of him. NPCs would call him Ben instead of Link, weird messages appearing on the screen, and a bunch of other creepy stuff. I don't know about you guys, but this doesn't sound like a normal copy of Majora's Mask to me. Ben rage baited him so hard that even after he turned off the console, he appeared in his dreams just to fuck with him even more. In this dream, the statue of Link that we mentioned earlier started following Alex around, creeping him out. He also posted YouTube videos as proof of the crazy stuff happening in the game. Obviously today, we know that he was most likely using ROM hacks or cheats to create this footage, but as a kid in 2010 who didn't really know much about this stuff, that footage was credible proof that could hold up in a court of law. None of this sounds super original now, but back then it was crazy. If you were young and impressionable at the time, or borderline schizophrenic, you probably believed it was true. As the story continues, Ben would continue to mess with poor Alex. It got so bad that bro stopped eating, didn't talk to his friends, and even took a semester off of college. Like actual PTSD levels of paranoia because of this. There was so much about this story that I would like to tell, but this would be like a 30-minute to an hour long video, and that's not what I'm interested in doing. Like I said, there are plenty of great explanation videos of the entire story, and I encourage you to seek those out. I really just want to go over the impact that this story had on the internet. As I said, this story was revolutionary at the time. It became viral overnight, and many people tuned in to see what would happen to Alex next. The lore of this story goes much deeper than what Alex had initially put in those 4chan posts. There are multiple arcs to this story, spanning all the way till 2020, where Alex posted a series of videos on his YouTube channel in almost a found footage sort of way. There was over 10 years of dedication to this creepypasta. If you look online, there's a massively dedicated following to this story. The story genuinely horrified a lot of people as kids. I think a huge part of why this story became so popular is the fact that it was told using Majora's Mask. This game is already known to be unsettling and creepy, and this story really expands upon that and uses it to its advantage. Also, just the amount of dedication Alex had to fooling people into thinking this was real is crazy. Sure, by today's standards, there really isn't much creepy about this story, but back then, it was revolutionary to the internet. But let me know your thoughts of Ben Drowned in the comments below. Did he scare you as a kid? Did you think it was real? Have you ever had a haunted cartridge with the soul of a child locked inside? Let me know, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.